Alright, Divine Feminine, I would like to give you a chance to check out what your divine purpose is right now. There's a lot going on. So much going on right now. I think what I will do is kind of mix it up. So I'm going to just start with this is for the first group of divine feminines who feel as though they are more on an inner journey to the self right now, not really focused on an external relationship. This is for the divine feminine who is more ready to look at how she can align within herself. This Hieros Gamos, that's like the balancing of, her own internal masculine and feminine. So, she's just probably a single person. I'm just going to say it. You're single. You probably just name it that. Purpose right now for single divine feminines. Three of Swords. Alright, what else? These two came flipping with me. Justice and the Queen of Swords. Okay, that makes sense. So, for those single divine feminines, you're healing a lot. So your purpose right now is probably embodying this type of energy, where you are just taking your karma. You are basically taking your justice to heal your karma. You are not technically, and that makes sense if you're single, like you're not getting healed by an outside source. So of course it's gonna probably look a little different. Excuse me. Your energy is probably gonna be a little bit more like cutthroat, like mama shark, you know what I'm saying? Sharp and assertive, that Queen of Swords energy. Justice, the Lady of Justice, okay? Holding the light, cutting through the bullshit to genuinely, Three of Swords, heartache. Heartache sucks. Like, I mean, it's like regret. It's kind of like guilt, It's a lot of issues, or a lot of emotions when you break down heartache. And for this divine feminine, I think that your purpose right now, basically what you are here to help transmute for the collective feminine energy is powerfully, in the truth of light, we are healed. And even though it hurts, we heal with the truth. And looking at, oh, sorry guys, I'm in my TV background. Yeah. Watching was, so anyways, keeping it just kind of straight up with the soul contract to the heartache. Yeah, let's get some more information. I don't know, because like I could say you're just here to cut the bullshit on it. Like very clearly, like kind of that's coming through is you're here to just be like, you know what? It is what it is. Take your justice. Do not let another cycle of your karma, soul contract. I know it's interesting. It's like, I'm right by the TV. Anyway, let's get some more information. Okay, so dutifully taking your own healing into your hands with no bullshit, no fluff. What is somewhat of a challenge? A challenge to just be aware of, and as you are embodying this, transcending this, things to be aware of. What is it? Oh, Ace of Swords. Okay, yeah, all right. Cutting too many people off, huh? Yeah, okay. Challenges is King of Wands. Okay, let's see what else. Oh yeah, okay. Don't get too power happy. Being so cold, taking your justice, little Avenger over here. I mean, I don't mean to say little, that's so rude, but big Avenger, okay? Your challenges, don't burn too many people up while you're taking this justice, retributing your heart. Is that a word, retributing? I feel like I make up words as I can do this sometimes. I'm sorry. Don't be true and honest, okay? Don't just be cutting people off and eating them up for nothing, you know, as you're healing in doing this Avenger work. Okay. Black Widow, okay? Just you know, be mindful of yeah, that's what I'm seeing. You're powerful. You really, you ain't playing no games with this, with your purpose. I see definitely, you know, this Queen of Swords energy, they could be like, it could be cold. It could be. But, you know, even with this King of Fire, I think you're very just passionate. I think it's not even, like sometimes people, they get at me, they're just like, oh, wait. Like I'm an air sign. All air, actually. And sometimes I have a very, like, cold and direct way of, like, spirited way of bringing it forward because I'm just so direct. Is that a person down there? Wow, yeah. Don't get too sharp. Or your ego. Don't let your ego just keep in check, I guess, is the challenge I'd say with your divine purposes. Watch when your ego's getting involved. Are you cutting off people and causing your heartbreak due to your ego? And maybe like where your passion, like just be truthful, because you will have victory every time, and so be mindful of what you're leading, what type of healing that you're leading, what kind of justice are you bringing, yeah. And make sure that you're wielding this power that you have from a place of, it says restraint, you know, but I just think it's of knowledge and wisdom, protection. It makes so much sense. Yeah, justice, Queen of Swords. It's okay. Fire, Leo. This is who we are. You know, we're very fierce. When you are a protector of justice, of truth and honor, and really the sword of truth, when you incarnate like your purpose, DF, this pile, to heal this heartache, wow, it's powerful. I'm seeing even like the power of Christ, the Christ light is just so powerful, and it can burn you too, where challenges could be where I think maybe, you know, you don't know when to pull back. Don't burn the whole village. Just keep in check. Maybe it's this one, the Queen. Make sure she still stays warm too, you know. Still make sure she gets her passion. Don't let the Queen inside you not still like dance around the fire and like la 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 la, like still go get your passion, you know. As you're doing all this justice work, like don't forget that you have pleasure and fire within you, and your ego is there to protect you. You know, it is there essentially to keep you in, to survive, you know. Like it just gets a little bit overdone. It can get a little, I had so much victory, like I'm so powerful. You know, but you know what let's do is let's see if there is any sort of guidance. Okay, is there any sort of guidance that might keep us mindful of using our discernment? cycle completion. Okay. What else? Eight of Cups, evolving. And what else? Oh, that one was out the other way. Oh, King of Pentacles. Interesting. That must have just wanted to come out because I don't think there's any other cards turned another way. No, like some of them are upside down, but like that one was facing this way. Okay. So you know what I'm hearing, Divine Feminine, for this pile? Cycle completion, evolving, stable. You have to let people, like when you're making these discernments, basically advice, support for when you're making these discernments. So interesting. I said this for one of the Divine Masculines. His purpose too is after you've fought for their justice or you've gotten your justice, let that cycle end. It's done. You can walk away and know that that person or that situation will evolve into something really great that you helped bring justice about. You brought the stability back, you know. Oh, look how cute. It's like you're the protector. And I know it's really hard because as an avenger and a justice divine goddess, your soul contract, you know, you're very attached to making sure people heal and you know, that they get their victories over this heartache. It's a lot of pain. And again, I think like heartache, it needs to get like broken down. Like grief is not just sadness, it's anger. Like I remember learning this in some class, and it started making me think about other emotions that we just lump together, and it's like there's so many parts. And you, Divine Feminine, your beautiful purpose is this Queen of Swords, is to use your strength, power, confidence. You're just, I feel like you walk and shit moves. Like you, I don't know, you just like, you bring a fire about that alchemizes everything around you. You like burn the old and set the new. And that's a big job. And you as well have your journey to tame your inner beast too, right? Like, I mean, we're all just, we're all just one big, happy, dysfunctional family. But you know what? You are a beautiful, powerful being. And I'm not going to keep tying this up with a whole bunch of yitter-yatter. I'm just going to give you one beautiful appreciation. Something that we can appreciate about this Divine Feminine. Oh my God, the World again. Oh, yeah. Everything that you do again. Everything that you do for just healing the heartbreak. Okay. You expand the world. You bring people closer to their destiny. And I think this is like you. You're healing this whole thing. Your reward. I think you really enjoy like granting wishes. Like you really enjoy being an avenger. You're probably really good at it. Healing hearts and restoring justice with strength and truth, you know. And again, when it is time to evolve, when people need to do their own evolving, you no longer have to hold on to their sadness or to their heartbreak. You as well can complete that. You can complete that. your justice, your avenger work for that situation is done. You're powerful. Okay, thank you. See you next time. Oh, White Pole number 2. This is for divine feminines who are in a relationship. We're focused on reconnecting with the external masculine, okay? And so this is the reading I'm going to do for you is what divine purpose do you have to bring in right now through this connection? Okay, so let's just look and see what your purpose is. Okay, temperance, restoration. Let's keep looking. The Fool, activation. Page of Swords, thoughts. Okay, let's see. Well, your purpose right now is definitely to bring forward kind of this new vision, this new vision, this new thinking about healing. And it probably has to do with the way that we view healing with the masculine, since you are here looking at this about yourself and how to align, or what your purpose is with your masculine. So I'm seeing it as basically the way that we've been thinking about healing. And this card in their hand has the fire that's going into like the purple flame almost, which is really interesting because I think a lot of people, when they think about, relationships between divine feminine and divine masculine on this journey, it always has to seem like we're in separation, we're not together, there's turbulence, there's like no one ever talks about like the alignment or the peace, like unless it's in like 5D, but this is not 5D. I'm reading for 3D. And so I think, your purpose right now is to really show, like embody this brand new energy that's coming out. Oh, it's kind of so, it looks kind of like this. The way that we have been thinking about it. You're here to free up people's thinking about that. Let's find out a little bit more though, because I'm like, in what ways that would be a little bit more helpful, and then we can like keep going. So in what ways is this divine feminine, by seeking unity, balance, union, physical alignment with her masculine, in what way is that bringing forth the healing, concrete ideas? Okay, right. So what people think about it, you guys are showing it. You're actually giving them the way to do it. Oh, this like really makes me think of like public displays of affection. Like, I know some people like get all cringy about it, like, ew, get a room. And it's like, well, you don't have to look. Like, that's love over there. Like, you guys are like concrete. It's the Page of Pentacles. So that's earth. That's getting it out there. It's like, I'm putting my hands in the dirt and getting my hands dirty. Like, you're hands on. You're doing it, right? Yes. I'm smiling thinking about it. Shucks, you guys is gonna switch me over. Duh. But DF, who is seeking more of a union, or is in union, this whole purpose of this waking up transformation is for really you guys, you and your masculine, to hold hands in public and to kiss in public and to show others the love, the true love, not not superficially. I mean, you don't have to be like, come on, we have to do this, like get in my picture. Like, no, like that's not it. That's not healing. That's not what we're thinking, right? We know what we have to activate is a whole new paradigm, a whole new way of thinking about healing with another person in the physical. Okay, what else is the purpose of this? The gift of this purpose. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's so great. Oh, there's only one person, but I was like, I just said this, like showing love, Page of Cups, the sending the message of love. Don't you love when it like adds up? It fucking adds up. Yes. The message of love. I don't even have to keep yapping and elaborate. I just said it. You're showing them with the PDAs. You're showing other people. You're actually healing and transmuting everyone by this activation of pure love. Not distorted. Not explicit, vulgar, or like things that, don't get me wrong, I'm like into my erotica too, and like hallelujah, Pornhub has had its like advantages, but like not so explicit. Like this is like showing what is capable, like not, I don't know how to say, like not distorted, basically, I guess. I don't know. Like, even look at this card. It looks so pretty. Flowers. And this one, like, messages of love coming out from the tree. You're just, like, planting it and growing it purely, genuinely. One more. Don't get me wrong. If it's erotica, you know, like, it's cool. Like, I don't even care if you're into the porn. I don't know where that's coming up. I think what it is sometimes, like, the mind can get, like, not to let it trap you in, like, these lower energies. If it is harmful to you, you have to do more healing and clearing, because sex is not dirty. I don't believe it. And love definitely is not dirty. So I don't know why we separate the two. Something got confounded, but maybe you guys have something to bring to that healing. Actually, if that came out, yeah. Oh my God, you guys, it's kind of coming to me. Like, are you into erotica? Like, do you emulate this romantic aspect of these physical messages of love? I don't know. It's cool. 10 of Swords. Yeah. Because I think a lot of the collective has been harmed by our ideas of man and woman coming together and healing. I call it healing. Sexual union, the restoration, you know. But there's this new activation around it. What you, Divine Feminine, your purpose in seeking this union with another Divine Masculine is to heal these old ways, these distorted ways, these painful ways, the ways of where we were just like harming our bodies with it instead of healing. And this is not just like a whole freaking like post video about sex. I'm not trying, I hope no one's like taking that away. I feel like I have to like make sure I'm saying that, but kind of in line with what I'm talking about, trying to stay on a tangent at least. You're healing old conceptions of what union looks like. Was it, you know, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like when something is just like tainted, you know, it's been like, it's like exploited. That's what it was. Not explicit. I kept saying explicit when I meant exploited. You know, like what type of love or romance or erotica is it? Is it being exploited? Is it really showing healing and a message of love? So our old ways of thinking, you now are emulating a brand new activation. Thank you. Thank you. I feel like, you know, if you're into the art of seduction, and, you know, that's something that you and your partner can do with, you know, healthy boundaries and truth, and you know, no one should ever be a victim of anyone. I think that's like an old way that you're healing. You know, you're really gonna, your purpose is to really concrete show these messages of love, a brand new adventure, like a brand new enthusiastic, like never seen before. Like you're not even thinking about the past no more. Like these things don't even exist no more. Like you've healed that. Thank you. I'll just say thank you. Let's look at things to support you. I was gonna do this an advice. Things to support you through this, because you know what, that's like challenging. How do you stay positive? Or not even positive, but just like, let's look at something supporting you for your journey, like for the work that you're doing. What is supporting you? The whole fucking universe. That's right, baby. And you know why it makes so much sense? Because you are physically merging masculine and feminine, or like the energies at least. Doesn't matter if you're with someone of the same sex. Like someone at some point of the day is a little bit more masculine and a little bit more feminine. Like God bless my DM too, you know, or my, you know, like when we balance out our energies, like blessed be, like they're always your counterpart anyway. So you guys are supported by the universal alignment. Okay, and I think that's really, holy damn, it's like the same busy. It's the same girl. Like, yeah, you are really supported by like a never-ending supply of opportunity to keep showing this, like to keep concretely bringing love. I mean, even if like couples beef, right? Like they get into little tiffs and it's like, I'm not talking to you for a few days. Like we haven't like spoken or kissed or anything. You get through it. Like basically, like what's supporting you is that, yeah, a fresh perspective. And the universe, always look up. You can look up to the sky and just like pull it in. Divine Cosmos, that is one. Align me. Okay. What else is supporting? One more. Five of Pentacles, isolated, alone. Interesting. So this one, let me think for a moment. Because I just said something about like even when you guys are like beefing and you're not. So I think what it will support you. Yeah, let me go ahead and tell you what's coming through. Even when you emotionally, physically, mentally feel left out, like your mate, like sometimes you live with someone and it's like there's just days that you need to go off and be the lone wolf. They need to go off and be the lone wolf. And the thing is that the wolf is still part of the pack, even when they want to go off and be alone. And you are still supported. So regardless, because you're seeking union or you're in union, you know. But what will support you is that you're so strong and capable of pulling in this universal alignment to embody the message of love and the restoration of the way that we think about, you know, these painful endings or starting new. Is that you're still, you know exactly what to do. You're not scared. You might be alone or feel isolated, but you still know what to do. You still have that support. Ancestors, I'm hearing. You have the power of 1,000 ancestors behind you. I don't know, I don't know why it came through. And, say thank you, like appreciation for you, DF. I was watching this one. What is it? This Ace of Swords. Victory. Status surge. Interesting. Oh, and I think because you chose this pile, you are seeking union regardless. So you will always have a status surge. You will always be victorious and have success. It doesn't even matter what you face. This is you. Period. And I think it's cool because it's like as above, so below. And you're like channeling that in. Always the messages of love from the divine. Because it is to bring union, right? Like the point is to heal, to balance our energies and to restore that. But it's not always like rainbow sunshine and all that. Like when we have to love the rainy days with our person too. And like sometimes it is separation. Or sometimes, you know, it's like I don't want to be like without you. Like, you know, I'll wait for you kind of energy, or like you're just holding on to the idea that a physical union is healing, even if you're not with the person. Basically, I see this like you're the ace, you have success is my point. All right, I hope this was fun for you as it was for me, and you beautiful, amazing, universal alignment of love and union. Have a beautiful evening. See you next time.